Ironman. There is news of the permanent treasurer. Some suggest he is touring with a circus. This week there are also unconfirmed reports that he's been begging in the Calcutta slums. The good news is that he has been arrested and has been placed in a Calcutta prison. The Black Hole, as some locals call it. He says he finds it quite luxurious with free food and accommodation, and we await his deportation back to the UK by rickshaw. That is news of the Treasurer. As you know, tonight is the day that growth figures and inflation are released, and it is also coincides with the day of my winter statement. I know most of you are feeling nervous about this. Inflation hasn't been good, growth has been at zero, and as you know, this Treasurer's statement, as stipulated under Presidential Clause 2, subsection 3, stipulates that all Treasurers from must now on open the books to issue guidelines for Ironmen under the prevailing economic climate of the time. Before I do this, you have read in the papers since my last budget on Sunday that the gutter press have gone wild, claiming that my budget was there to promote buggery. Here are some of the headlines. The Sun. What's a bugger? The Express. And finally, the Daily Mail. Ironmen. I've issued a statement to the papers, as Leveson stipulates. My intention was purely as a fiscal stimulant under tight monetary constraint. I'm saddened that my budget has thought fit for these papers to debase what I had intended. Having consulted with the three wise men, I've concluded that with immediate effect I withdraw the stimulant for intra and extra Ironman marriages. From today there will be no marriage allowance. I'm sorry if this has wrecked some of your plans. I take full responsibility and accept that after Sunday the permanent treasurer will sort this out. Well, let's get down to business. This is what I'm about. I'm a man of fact and figures. The growth figures today are a staggering 4% since Sunday. You can see the graph. That output has grown. Expectations are that by Saturday growth will climb to 10%, outstripping that of China. Inflation is not as good as I'd anticipated. If you look at this graph, inflation, we have seen a slight increase to 0.3%. But if you look at monetary growth, M3, that has risen exponentially since Sunday, since the QE, quantitative easing measures. And I feel confident that inflation has not followed M3 as predicted by pure monetarist policy alone. I propose a further fiscal stimulus and hereby intend to put in the sum of £1 million, Ironman pounds, into the exchequer immediately. This is a high sum. But I propose that this should be put into building projects, and I propose to put this to the three wise men. The think tank of Steve Brooks and John Chamberlain are in full throttle, and so far are proposing casino banking. Whether I have time to implement these original policies remains to be seen. I trust Ironmen are now fully confident in their spending power and ability. A long needed reversal, in my opinion, helping to secure the Ironmen's future and reduce the need for austerity for any further generation. So, after tonight, we feel we are on the right path. With me, there will be no boom or bust. If we have anything, there will be boom rather than bust. I shall issue one more statement on Friday when unemployment figures will be released. That is the end of my winter statement. Thank you.